Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we just got back yesterday from the Red River for the TBF National Championship, and I'm just going to do a breakdown real quick over the lures I was using and the type of areas I was fishing. So let's get to it. There were three main lures that I was throwing during this tournament. In practice I threw some other things, caught some flipping, some mats and things like that, but when tournament day came and the fish really pulled up and started to spawn, the three main lures I was throwing a Mr. Super Bass 1/2 ounce spinner bait and white and chartreuse. I also had a little swim bait on the tail just to add some meat to it, something for them to, when they bit, they would hold on to it. Then also I was throwing a War Eagle buzz toad buzz bait. I caught most of my fish in the morning, my limit fillers on the buzz bait and a couple big ones on that buzz bait there. And then when I came across some fish that were up on the bank or spawning, all my bed fish, I caught on a green pumpkin and blue missile D-bomb with a 3/16 ounce Texas rigged weight. And anytime I was cruising down the bank or I'd see one basically up there making a bed or on a bed, I would flip that in there. And I caught 4 of my fish, including my 5-pounder, 5.5 pounder on that bait right there. But the ones that really did the most damage for me, that got me my numbers and got me to fill my limits, were basically the buzz toad, the War Eagle, and then the Mr. Super Bass 1/2 ounce chartreuse spinner bait. I caught a lot of fish on that spinner bait. The morning time it was the buzz toad, and then the rest of the day it was the spinner bait. Towards the end of the day though, on the second day, I was getting a lot more bites just flipping the D-bomb around cover because they were really pulling up. And again, that was my key bait for catching those bigger fish that were on the beds where I got most of my weight from. The areas I was fishing, I believe it's called Do Not Dredge, but basically it's just a backwater off the main river, and I was going as far back in there as I could. I mean, again, there are stumps everywhere. It took time to get back there, and even when you were fishing, it took a lot of patience and, you know, mental strength basically to just fish, because every 5 seconds or so you're getting stuck on a stump, hung up, banging your trolling motor in. As you've seen in my post, my trolling motor broke on me. It was getting water in the lower unit. I mean, that place really did beat up my boat and my equipment if you wanted to get back to where the fish were. I believe basically all the top guys, we were all fishing in the same areas, and it was just getting your little milk run going around. I did catch a couple on a frog, and I missed my biggest one on a frog on the second day, which would have got me to the final day. But that's how it goes, you know, that's fishing a frog for you. But again, basically I'm throwing, like my spinnerbait setup, I'm throwing this is a 7-foot medium heavy. This is a g-loomis. This is the IMX Pro, and I throw my spinner baits, my chatter baits, all my moving baits really on this rod. I have all my reels are Revos. This is a Revo SX Abu Garcia. Same with this one as well. And this rod here that I'm flipping with was this is just an E6X. This is a 7-foot, I believe. It might be a 7-1. Yes, it's a 7-1 foot. And that, again, that is a medium heavy with a fast tip. And all these rods, I was just, you know, I'm throwing all the reels and everything. I'm throwing basically they're all 17-pound test line, just because we're fishing shallow and around a bunch of cover, you know, dead lily pad stems, wood and things like that. But on my buzzbait rod, this is just an old rod I have. It's a St. Croix. It's had a broken tip, but it's got it's a light rod, so it's really actually very good for throwing a buzzbait or even swimming a jig. This one I always have rigged with braid, and I like to throw my top waters on a braid just because it keeps it up there higher as well. And also, again, I'm fishing around heavy nasty cover and things like that. Again, this is a Revo. This is an old Revo SX. I believe it's the Gen 2 maybe. I mean, it's an old reel, so it's a good reel. It's lasted a long time. But again, that's my breakdown. You know, 17-pound test basically on all my rods, braided line. This is a 30-pound braid on my buzzbait rod, but everything else is basically 17-pound test, Berkeley fluorocarbon. That's what I like to throw. It's a very good line. It really just, I've never had issues with it, and it's very strong. I mean, I pulled fish out of a lot of cover. I mean, I pulled that 6-pounder through pads, through, you know, hyacinth or, you know, whatever type of grass it was just matted up floating around. So these are the lures I use. These are what got me through the tournament, got me to the second day, almost got to the final day. If I had made it to the final day, I really think we had a shot at winning the entire thing. I'm happy for Mike Morris. He was the guy that beat me out in our division. He went in and he was fishing in the same area and was able to get the job done, so congratulations to him. But now I'm just here getting home finally, and I'm getting set and ready to go qualify for the semi-national this year so we can make it back to the national championship next year. But stay tuned. Coming up soon is going to be the tournament on Bugs Island. I'll try to get some footage there. I keep having issues with my GoPro. I tried to film the Red River, so if anyone out there has any recommendations on maybe I should get a new GoPro, but like the camera, some reason every time I plug it up to the charger, it likes to cut on and then cut off whenever it feels like it. Sometimes it's a minute, sometimes it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes, you know, it just depends. I just keep having issues with it, and it's annoying because I wanted to get a lot of these fish catches on camera. Good thing is though, the cameraman was in the boat. He got the fish catches on camera of me bed fishing a couple fish, so be looking for that video coming out. It should be around the end of the year on Federation Angler channel, and also it's going to come out on Pursuit channel for some of you guys that have Verizon, so be looking out for that at the end of the year. It will be coming out. TBF National Championship, you'll get to see some good fish catches. It was really good fishing, so appreciate you guys watching the channel and giving me all the support throughout the way. It was great. I mean, the mental aspect of the game, I mean, it is not the easiest when you're banging into things, destroying your boat, and just trying to stay focused. But that's another video for another time, so go ahead, like the video, please. Let's keep this thing going, and I'll see you guys next time.